Hey, well, hello everyone. Welcome to this podcast episode where I have my great friend and colleague Stephen Washington here, and we're just gonna be ourselves and talk today. So, welcome, Stephen.
Thank you. Lovely to see you, Paris. My goodness, always great to spend some time with you. It's just delicious to spend time with you. Let's talk about energy excellence. What is this amazing experience going to be like for ourselves and for people who join us? I was just saying how we've had so many wonderful opportunities to connect and collaborate in this medium via your podcast or on social media, but this will be the first time that we are live and together in the same room with each other, sharing our energies and sharing what we know with people. And I don't know about you, but I'm so excited about this opportunity because I know it's going to be special. I really do.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited as well. And having had the opportunity to lead retreat as Casa Kismet,
Mm,
which is this beautiful boutique yoga center. It's the couple who own it are my friends.
mhm.
And they are really great members of the community here in Nosara, Costa Rica. They really do bring their yoga and martial arts and whatever they can offer in their space. They really do open it for the community. So, um, having seen how they run their business and how, um, they're really authentic in a sense. And so that really comes through when you stay in their center. And it's such a beautiful spot to be. So I am super excited and I can't wait to show you and all the beautiful people that will be coming with you and from all over the United States and Canada and hopefully other places in the world. I always have a couple of people that last minute join us from Europe or somewhere like that, which is also
Yeah.
very exciting. So, um, yeah, the excitement is definitely really, really real.
I, I love that. And what the way that you describe Casas Kismet and the owners, I just got this really warm feeling in my entire body and envisioned a, an intimate experience, an intimate setting where we're going to be able to go deep with people in the process of energy, right? Learning how to more skillfully manage the subtle energies in our bodies. What a joyous process that's going to be. And it sounds like Casas Kismet is going to be an amazing container that can
Yes.
hold that powerful work. Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't say it any better. It's such a
Mm.
powerful container
Mhm.
and also a really safe place. And I just want to tell everyone that many of the listeners know this, but I have been living in Costa Rica the last year, like fully living here with my kids, and they go to school here and everything. And there is something about this particular land where I am that is a healing portal. It's like a healing vortex. Something happens when you come here, something shifts for you. Um, on a vibrational level, things really seem to be potent for people who come here, especially if they're held in a safe container, like a place like Kismet with practitioners who have the ability to hold and support and so whatever is to come up, or maybe it will just be a week of relaxation and calm, but there's something really incredible in this land. There's medicine in this land, and I'm really, really excited to also share that with everyone. So yeah, I have been living here and a lot has shifted for myself in this past year, which makes me even more excited to share this retreat with you, Stephen, because um, your teachings and your beautiful movement videos, and the way you bring, the emotional support into your videos. It's like not like doing, Qigong because it's good for our liver or kidneys, and all of these things on the physiological level are happening. But something really shifts for me every time I do practice one of your videos. So to bring that to my people, it's a dream for me.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I love what I do. I love what I do. And I love hearing that kind of feedback because I feel the power in the medicine when I'm teaching it, when I'm leading it. And it's also working on me too as I'm transmitting it to others. And so that's really wonderful. And I just thought to myself, I've never been to Casa Kismet, but I've been to Costa Rica several times. And I have to echo back what you said about just how healing the land is. The moment you get off the plane, I could feel it. And then, especially once you get into the more rural areas, there's something really special and really magical about the land and the people and the people and the food. Let's talk about the food too. I just remember being so satisfied on a nutritional level when I was in Costa Rica. So I'm really looking forward to that. And thank you for speaking about just the safety that one feels in that environment. Because it's important to feel safe and to feel a sense of community when you're doing deep work. And I think that the work that we're going to do, what came to mind when you were talking, was that this is going to be an experience of people becoming more of who they truly are, giving themselves permission to become more of themselves. Because I feel as though in life, outside forces try to dictate who we should be, like what we should look like, what we should feel, what we should think, choices that we make. And the greatest thing that we could do for ourselves is to give ourselves permission to be more of who we truly are. To take away the veil, take away the disguises, the veil, and just be more embodied. I think that's the greatest gift that we can give to ourselves. It's the greatest gift that we can give to the world. And I think when we do that, when we model that, I think it's an invitation for other people around us to become more of who they are. I mean, just imagine if the world were filled with people who felt empowered enough to be more of themselves and connect with one another in that way. I feel like that's the kind of energy frequency that we're going to tap into during energy excellence. And it makes me even more excited about doing this work with you.
Yes, oh my gosh, what a beautiful way to put it.
Mm,
Um, Taking the veil off, just showing up as who we are.
mm,
And that reminds me so much of what, when I say this land is about, to me, that's what it has been. It's been just show up as you are, who you are, and find out who you are. And so it reminds me of the a poem by Rumi where he says,
mm,
"Come, come, whomever you are." In despair, whatever is going on for you, just come and show up, and you'll be accepted and held, and whatever, when you show up with that kind of energy, whatever is meant to happen for you, the upgrade of energy or vibration or just shifting into your alignment, it's going to happen because there's something that happens um, when we get together in that container, and when we have this intention of me bringing my prana work, or like the Ayurvedic teachings that are thousands of years old, and you bringing the Chinese medicine and the Qigong and all of that knowledge, and with the intention of just being who we are,
mm.
that creates another dimension for anyone who's there to grow, to find new things about themselves, to rest, to
Mm,
restore, to find
mm,
out what the energy excellence means for them. I
mhm,
think me and you, when we were thinking about the theme of this retreat, we were talking about the yang and yin energy and how the entire universe is made out of yin and yang. The entire universe in the Ayurvedic kind of language is made out of Shiva and Shakti, and it's the feminine and masculine that is in both in all of us. We all have feminine and masculine energies, and just finding out by putting the layers down how we can bring these two energies together, how we can work with them, how we can create magic with them and shift when
mhm,
these are tools that we use, right? Qigong is a tool, Ayurveda is a tool, Chinese medicine is a tool. So learning these tools so that we can connect to the person that we have always been, the
mhm,
wisdom that has always resided in your heart, in your soul, in your being, that maybe you've forgotten because our world, as you were saying, encourages us to forget, unfortunately. There's so much that distracts us. So once those distractions go away, it's such a beautiful thing to drop in and see and find out ourselves, find who we are.
mhm. Yeah, and I think that sometimes when we're doing this kind of deep work, it's really important to pull yourself out of your regular life, your regular routine, your regular environment, your regular groups of people, and just immerse yourself. Give yourself the gift of immersing yourself in a new environment where the air is clear and clean, where you get to experience the sunshine, when you get to really feel the energy of nature and then community to do this kind of work. And while you were speaking, one of the things that I was reminded of is this energy work, this energy excellence work of learning how to manage our energy more skillfully is really about making us more resilient in life. Because the thing is, we'll have this amazing experience in Costa Rica, but it's so important for people to have that experience and then have the tools to take and the knowledge and the confidence to take what they learned and experienced with us in Costa Rica and take it home with them
Yes.
and find a way to work some of the medicine into their lives so that it's more than like, oh, I'm gonna have this great 7 days and it's gonna change my experience of my life. But as soon as it's over, I'm just gonna go back to what I normally experience, what I normally do. And I really want us to help people, help fill them up in a way that they can take it home with them and give them practical guidance as to how to weave the medicine into their daily lives. Because I think that's how we change the world is when we learn things is we share it. We share the energy of what we're learning. And that's how it just filters through culturally and changes the world.
Wow, yeah, that's such an important point, and I'm so glad you brought it up. It's integration. I mean, we
Yes, good
cannot,
word for that.
I don't know if you can hear the thunder,
I saw
but
the lightning.
rain season. Um, yeah, it's like um, we cannot shift something or, have a spiritual experience or um, even get Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic medicine done on us. It will not work unless we go back to our daily lives and implement it
Mm,
and make a decision to bring it somehow into our daily life. And that will be a really big focus of this retreat because I think without integration, we don't really have anything. It will be a
Mhm.
nice 7 days, and then as you said, and then everyone will go back to their lives. But in my experience, these retreats have left people really either transformed, um, or it has shifted something in them that has continued to shift, or in a way has taken them to whatever ways that they needed, whatever they needed to see, or whatever they needed to have a new perspective on. Um, and it is, as you said, very important because I work with people one-on-one all the time on Zoom settings like that. However, when we are in one place together, that community aspect and that holding of the container, that community aspect and holding of the container really seems to be making a difference. Being there, the air, breathing the air, eating the good food, the fresh foods that are from that land, it just really does make a difference. And something, it's about our sense organs and remembering with our sense organs. So in my experience, I love the retreats because they're the most transformative process that I have been seeing.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. You made me think about how important community is. And a retreat experience like this is a community building experience, and it provides social support. And social support is so important, I think, for our emotional well-being. And one of the things that I've been looking into a lot over this past year is how loneliness and isolation is pretty much like an epidemic now. There's so many people out there feeling alone, feeling isolated, feeling disconnected. And I think of energy excellence as a wonderful opportunity for people to build community. And I've seen this. I've done retreats for years, and I've seen how sometimes lifelong friends are made in retreats. Lifelong
Yeah,
friends. Sometimes people fall in love at retreats and and then build lives together. So it's a really a powerful experience of connection and community. So if there's anyone out there who's listening to us who feels the need for more community, just join us. Join us. Join us. Join us.
I love that. And it's like your energy is like your heart is so open, Stephen, and you're like, join us. Just join us.
Yeah.
Trust me, we will hold you.
Yeah,
We'll
of
take care
course.
of you. And
Of
I
course.
can feel that and that warmth and your open heart. Um and yes, it's like sometimes we feel like we can heal on our own or we are okay on our own. And um the truth is that human beings, we are tribal. We're tribal beings. So
Yeah.
finding your tribe and being with them, I think is very important. And just like you said, I have seen many communities being built and created out of these retreats. And sometimes, I go on retreats myself and I'm like, I don't need any more friends. I don't need any community. I'm just going to rest and restore it. Just I need my private room and you go over there and I'm here. And it's always the universe is like, oh yeah, okay. Here is someone that you've been dreaming about being like on the same vibrational level. That there are usually surprises like that too that happen. But no matter where you are or what you would like to come and unpack or just rest or just be, just come. And I'm sure that the universe will bring you what you're supposed to be listening to or learning or vibrating on. And that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned here in the jungle as well. It's like you can't fight the natural forces. So when they come, you just go with the flow.
Mm,
And then when you go with the wave instead of fighting the wave,
mhm.
something magical happens. You can surf.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, and you get from where you are to where you're going in a much softer, gentler way. I
Yeah.
think when you're not fighting the flow, when you're trying to go against the current. Yeah, I love that. You reminded me of my friend. I have a dear friend, Miriam, who when we met, it was at a retreat in Costa Rica, and she was a participant at a retreat that I was co-facilitating. And she, like you, just wanted some time away, just needed wanted to do her own thing, wasn't sure about connecting with a lot of other people. And then this magical experience opened up where she and I met, and we've been such great friends, like brother sister ever since. So magical things happen if we're willing, if we're open and willing to call that into our lives. Yeah.
My gosh, I love that. I know. I know. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that. There's this greater force that when we surrender and we let go and we're like, okay, show me, um,
Hmm.
that we don't know what's gonna come up
Yeah.
and it's often what we needed. Sometimes
Mhm.
not what we wanted, but
Yeah.
often what we needed.
So what are some of the things that we've laid out to do at
Oh,
the retreat? There's some special things that you have cooked up for us. Can you share with everyone a little bit about that?
yes, absolutely. So I personally love the food at Casa Kismet. I have to mention that. We have our own private chef, and the food is very fresh, very organic, very local. And I often send some Ayurvedic, recipes to the chef, and I'm like, "Can you make us this and that?" So I'm super excited about that part. Um, and so some of the things we will be doing, we will be by the way, everything is optional. So if you want to opt out of an activity and rest more, that's totally okay and supported. But if you would like to join our group, which will also be a very intimate, small group, which are my favorite, we will be waking up with the sun and doing a sunrise meditation either at the beach because the beach is very close, or in our meditation room or the yoga room at Casa Kismet, um, which I find really energizes everyone and gets our day going in a really nice way. We will then be having breakfast together, which is catered breakfast, all the chef making it for us. um, and then after breakfast, everyone just hangs out around the pool or, you know, waits until or goes for a walk or whatever else you need, until we get together again for our movement session. So for the movement sessions, it will either be yoga with me or mindfulness, mindful movement, or Qigong with Stephen. And after our movement session, we'll all have lunch together. Sometimes I say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's time to eat again." It's amazing to be fed and to be taken care of like that. In the afternoon, again, we get some free time, read your books, sit by the pool, go for a walk on the beach, whatever you need. And we usually have, most days, we have a workshop in the afternoon, or we have one of the days we have a special guest coming in who is Sibu, my friend Sibu here in town, and he does this incredible sound journey session where I don't know where I go, but I definitely go somewhere and travel. And there's always a shift. There's all this research around how sound can heal us. And he has all the gadgets and he's incredible. He sings for us. He puts us into this deep, deep place of restore and rest. So one of the days we'll be doing that. One of the days the participants, if they choose to, they can sit with me one on one. I'll be reading pulse and looking at tongues and telling you about your dosha and your constitution. And then we will walk to the beach almost every night because the sun sets here in Nosara and Playa Pelada, which is where we will be, are just incredible. One of the most incredible sunsets in the world. And then we come back and have dinner together. And then often after dinner, again, optional, but if you choose to come to Yoga Nidra is one of my favorites because I have healed so many things with Yoga Nidra in myself. It's just your subconscious mind resting and listening. So there'll be different themes for Yoga Nidra or chanting, or a night where we do our sacred fire, where we chant into the fire and we put in all of our intentions, our good intentions into the fire, because it's said that then the goodness will come back to us 10,000 fold. So I've also had participants who've done these fires, and they have like called me the next week and they're like, oh my God, it already happened. What I needed from the fire is already there. And so they are very potent and powerful. Um, so I'm excited to do that. And yeah, like lots of resting and chanting and restoring at nighttime. And we will have one free day. The Wednesday will be mostly free. I think we'll offer meditation in the AM for those who would like to participate and start their day that way. And then the rest of the day, you can choose any kind of activities that you like to do as extras. Go to town. There's some of world's best restaurants and coffee shops and boutiques here in town. Um, or you can go horseback riding, go on a hike. You can go, there's a coffee farm that is close by that we can go for a tour. You can get a massage. The massage therapist will come to your room. So there are lots of options for our free day as well. And yeah, I think I mentioned everything, but if I forgot something, Stephen, go ahead.
No, I think you got
Add to it.
everything in. And what I want to emphasize too is that with all the things that we have available to us in this experience, there's just also a lot of space, a lot of space. And like you said, so many of the events or so many of the sessions are also optional. Like if you feel as though you need a moment to yourself to sleep or to journal or to just have some private time, the space is there. We provide options for everyone to either participate in or not. Uh, and I think that's the best kind of retreat experience where there is space. There's space and there's autonomy as well as community too. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's your time. So you could choose to do all of the activities or none of them or some of them,
Mhm. Mhm.
and you will still be a part of the group. And so, um, I think with that, we have mentioned everything. And also, I just want to mention that um, we will send a shuttle to the airport to pick you up and drop you off, and that's just all included in the package. So that you don't have much to worry about, really.
That's great. That's great. Well, I hope we've drawn what I feel is that we've drawn a beautiful picture of this experience that we are curating together. And again, I'll repeat what I said at the beginning is that any time that I get to spend with you is such a gift and such a blessing. And I really look forward to this journey that we're going to have together, you and I, but also with what 14 or 15 guests.
Amazing. It's my
Um,
honor. It's my honor. I am. I'm feeling very blessed and grateful to be
Mm.
able to have you here and everyone and our guests. And yeah, there is no other place on the planet that, I would want to be with all these wonderful people and with you, students. So I can't wait.
Me too. Me too. Mm.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll put the links to participate to sign up. All you need to do is put a deposit down, and the rest will be due later. So I would really encourage the participants to put the deposit down now because the space is limited. It's a very intimate retreat. So we'll put all of that information below here, and we hope to hear from you. If anyone has any questions or concerns, you can reach out to us, and all the information will be there. Thank you.
Thank you.